This is Tony again, and this is my first official YouTube video. And um, like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of pickup videos, reviews, some Let's Play stuff, and just talking about um, just games in general. I'm also going to do some like top fives and have a unique series in mind for that, which I'll get to later on down the road. But I will do some pickup videos that I got for today. This would be July 2nd, 2016. And um, for those who know who I am, where I live, um, I am in Mexico, Missouri, and today we celebrated Teron Lu coming back home. He won NBA championship with the Cavs as head coach. First championship for the Cleveland sports teams in 52 years. So that's pretty exciting. He came and they did a big. I didn't go, but there was a big presentation in our high school gym, and he spoke, and several people spoke, and actually the Larry O'Brien trophy was there as well, which is pretty cool. And to think that NBA championship trophy was in the same gym that I wrestled in high school, and I now coach in at high school is pretty cool. So anyway, that's awesome. I will be digging out NBA 2K or 2K1 on Dreamcast, and I'll be playing that at some point and playing as the Lakers, and he is on those rosters for sure. Anyway, let's get to the pickups. I went to Columbia, Missouri today. Met up with my good gaming buddy Tommy, and he hooked me up. He hooked me up with some old school Tandy games, and um, he also hooked me up with a projector, which will go really nice in my game room and in my collection. Also hit up some thrift stores, and there was a pawn shop that I went to earlier in the week that I have not posted about, and I'll get to that stuff. But first, and I collect glasses too. Dixie Stampede. This, I guess, would be a glass. It's plastic. But the reason I got this is a show in Branson, Missouri, where they have like a dinner and a show very similar to the medieval times. And anyway, I actually went to go watch this show when I was in high school, and we were on a band trip. And this was the actual year. It says 2001 Collector Series. I don't know where mine is at. I do remember getting this, but that's pretty cool. Next, and this is really radical. I'm surprised someone didn't pick this up at the handy shop where I was at. But Independence Day, the new movie's out, and I'm a huge. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. They're not good movies. I haven't seen the new one yet, but the first one I did see in theaters, and the new one I will plan on seeing in theaters here soon. But there are summer blockbuster movies, and with that, you're not looking for like movie of the year, anything like that. But I did get this pretty cool. The Making of Independence Day. It's a book, like behind the scenes stuff, like how they made it, like how they made the aliens and the suits, the CGI stuff. Oh wow, that's cool. But yeah, I haven't looked through this too much. It was 50 cents. Could not pass it up. Okay. And it's in really good shape. Somebody paid in 1996 $14 for this. Okay. So that's pretty cool. One more final thing before we get to the games. Okay, I picked this up. Surge protector thing. It's a Trickle Star. I don't know. Whatever brand that is. And the reason I got it was basically because of the way that the prongs are laid out, like the way you can plug it in. And I was thinking about like NES, Super NES, that kind of thing. But I need a few more of these. This was $6. I figured I'd take a gamble on it. And I guess you could turn stuff off on here when not in use, which is nice. And there's like a couple that are always on. So if you want to plug in your TV or something, that can always be on. So that's pretty cool. Cheap, $6. Good place to look. Thrift stores, okay, for stuff for like your game room and whatnot. This will be used in my game room. Okay, games. And I didn't get anything too impressive today. I did get those Tandy games from Tommy. And Tandy is dandy. It's a great gaming computer system, I guess, from the mid 80s. And I'll get to those games here in a second, but I did hit up Goodwill and got some games that were in good shape for Xbox. Got Area 51, which oddly enough, I just picked up Area 51 for PS2. And it says, could be your second Halo. Okay. So I'm guessing it's a third-person shooter or first-person shooter. Yeah, it looks like it is ripping off Halo big time. $3. Why not? Go with the collection. A game called Fireblade. Okay, looks like it's a helicopter game. Battle through 18 missions and 4 campaigns at the helm of the Talon transport chopper or the Vendetta attack chopper. Okay. Be worth a play. Fireblade. Next, I'm pretty sure I have this on PS2. Conflict Global Terror. Yep. Looks like a third-person shooter. Much in the same vein as like Siphon Filter or Rainbow Six, that kind of thing. Yeah. When terror goes global, so do you. It's a 2K game. Wow. Okay. This was pretty cool. And I actually own this already, but I don't think I don't think mine are in good a shape as these. So I got Grand Theft Auto double pack for Xbox. I remember when these came out. It was a big deal because Sony had kind of a monopoly on the Grand Theft Auto games for a while with GTA 3 and Vice City. And when these came out, people went nuts. At least my friends did, I remember. They're in both immaculate shape. Everything's in there, the maps, I should say. Yep. Which I'm a huge map guy, like map poster guy. I just think they're cool. Yep, everything's with GTA 3. And the disc is immaculate. Yeah. No scratches. Vice City, everything's there. Yep, there's the map. And I did look at the disc, and it was immaculate. Oh yeah, not even a scratch. So that's cool. Now for earlier in the week, I did go game chasing a little bit, and didn't find a whole lot. I did find a lot of stuff earlier this week, but I did find these at a pawn shop in Columbia that honestly their prices are ridiculous. They're like they're prices that you would find online or worse. Especially on stuff you wouldn't think would be bad. Even like sports titles. They think their stuff's like gold, I guess. I don't know where they're looking. But I noticed that there was a pile of games that were not priced out yet. Like they just came in, somebody just brought them in. A tactic to use, especially at pawn shops, is, and not to be nosy or pushy, but only if they're on the counter or shelf, is if there's games sitting there that are unmarked, unlabeled, unpriced, you could say, hey, is this for sale? And they'll say either yes or no, or I had to price it, or yeah, we'll see. And then how much do you want? And literally, that's what I did with this Resident Evil Nemesis, or Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. I don't have this yet, or I didn't have it yet. And it's in like perfect shape. Like maybe just a few scratches, some smudges, but I can clean that pretty easily. And it also has a Dino Crisis, a demo disc in it, which I do not have. I don't have the disc for, but I actually have it downloaded for PlayStation 3, Dino Crisis 1 and 2. And actually, I got them when they were 99 cents on sale. And that's another tactic, too, is to watch out, especially if you're a PlayStation fan, is to watch out the PlayStation Network flash sales for PS3. They'll sell a lot of their PlayStation games for dirt cheap throughout the year. And I got like literally, and you had to watch your space and you had to watch how much memory you have. But I think for like $10, $10 or $12, I got like, I want to say like 13 or 14 games, like full PlayStation games that I didn't have. And I actually downloaded that when it was on sale. And Dino Crisis 1 and 2. And I think Mega Man X4 and X5, yeah. But I got that. That's really cool. I got that for $5. Okay, the guy, he even looked it up on what it's going for on eBay. He said, "Oh, it's trending at $20, but I'll give it to you for 10." That's what he said at first. And I said, "Yeah, I can do that." I thought that was actually a fair price, the $10. And then a buddy of mine, he was short on cash, and he wanted me to buy him a DVD or Blu-ray, Batman on Blu-ray, and I did. And I went up there with this and this and Batman, and he said, "Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll take 15 for the 3." I said, "Sure, why not?" Now this, I already own this Final Fantasy Anthology, and the only reason I bought this, well, it only has Final Fantasy V in it. I need the green label variant. The green label, the greatest hits. I already had the black label, so I just paid for the case and the game. And the game, you guys are gonna tell me, okay? Because PlayStation games are supposed to be black, right? I'm just assuming that this person cleaned the disc and it was damaged. I don't know. Take a look. It's silver. It looks like they cleaned it, and the black came off. I don't know. That's crazy. So that's cool. That's just to put in the collection. Now to Tommy's stuff, and I love collecting old school computer stuff. I think that it's underrated. Yes, some of it's kind of expensive. I really dig the Tandy. Really dig the Atari computer stuff. And really dig. I picked it up last year. Dang it. It's a Commodore, another Commodore. VIC 20. VIC 20. VIC 20 is awesome. And not a lot of people my age really collect this stuff. They didn't really grow up with this. But the more obscure, at least the more obscure to me, the better, the cooler it is to collect for. And Tommy, he bought a bunch of games that I don't have, and I'll just go through them. Color file, which I'm assuming like it's just like a color pack, like for your system. Star Blaze. And see, it's a cart. Polaris, which oddly enough, I one day last summer, Shady J of the Game Chasers, he put a post on Facebook. I'm actually friends with him on Facebook. That he needed a Tandy controller for his system, a couple of them, and I messaged him immediately because I just bought my Tandy computer, and I said, "Hey, I'll just give it to you for free," because I'm a huge fan of the show. And oddly enough, I gave him this game as well. It's a really strange, like, almost like a Missile Command knockoff. Color computer editor assembler with Z-Bug. Some of this stuff's like programs and stuff. I don't know. This is, and the label fell off. I'll just have to glue it on. Bust out. It's probably like a breakout type game. Super breakout. Plain Jane pinball, which I'm a huge fan of Atari pinball. That game, I grew up on that game. One of the games I grew up on. And it's underrated. Yeah, it's cheap. Yeah, it's Atari. Yeah, they're squares. But I love it. He also threw this in here, which I'm not sure how this is going to work. If it's going to work. It's a Tandy speech sound cartridge. Yeah. I don't know. I'm assuming this is for like a word processor. Color scripts it. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these things aren't games, they're programs. But still pretty cool to have. This is rocking. I actually own this on the NES. Super Pitfall. And AVGN did a video on this. And it's a good one. It says, join Pitfall Harry as he searches a vast subterranean cave dwelling high in the Andes. Harry's mission is simple: recover the Raja Diamond. That's cool. Now, I actually have a copy of this, so I'm probably going to get rid of this one. It's Dungeons Darogotha? Gotha? I don't know how to spell it. Rotha? I don't know. I don't know how to say it. It's like an RPG. I played it. It's actually pretty fun. It's hard. And I'm not sure, but I think... it looks like him. I don't know. I think it's just generic. But Football 2 is going to say it looks kind of like Brett Favre. I doubt it. But it looks like him in the face. Like a very young Brett Favre. This game's called Adam. Assuming it's like a shooter. Space Assault. Again, probably a shooter. The Dexter. That's how I'm going to say that. The Dexter. THEXDER. The Dexter. I don't know. Dexter. It's a Sierra game, which I am a Sierra collector. PC. Love PC. Oh, and Tommy said there were a few stickers that fell off, and I have one of them in here. And I'll just glue them on. Finance 2. Yeah, I'm going to do my taxes on there and do my bank statements on the Tandy. I'll get to this in a second because I had the sticker. Shanghai. It's an Activision game, which is kind of curious. 1987. Color baseball. Yeah. Opposed to black and white. And he also gave me a few floppies. And I have a ton of these. This is one-on-one. This would be like the basketball game. Julius Erving, Dr. J versus Larry Bird. Which, honestly, it should have been like Larry Bird and Magic. They were famous rivals in the 80s. Basketball, the whole Lakers Celtics thing. Also, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I actually have this. The computer, the Windows, like 95 game somewhere. So that's pretty rocking. He also gave me a bunch of manuals. Some of these games he didn't have, like Flight Sim 1. That's got to be rocking, right? Here's that one-on-one. Yeah, Julius Erving without a shirt on. That's so 80s. Bust out manuals to the games I got. Space Assault. Star Blaze. Polaris. This would be cool to kind of track down. Dino Wars. Color File. Personal Finance 2. The Dungeons of D game. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. Ah ha ha. Found a sticker. Project Nebula. So I'm going to have to glue that on. That's the other game. That's the last game I had on there. Pinball. Project Nebula. Which just looks like a good game. Fun game. Yeah, it's a shooter. And then Color Baseball. And then last but not least here, I'll show you guys. It's kind of gaming related, but not. Okay, I guess. If you're going to play games on it, I'm going to hook this bad boy up tonight. Try it out. It's a projector. And I got for dirt cheap. Okay, and he told me he took it apart, cleaned it, and he replaced the bulb. So it should be good to go. I know very little about projectors except for I'm a teacher and I have my own smart board, so it should be pretty easy to hook up like Mario Kart 2 or something or whatever I want to play. There's also an HDMI port, so yeah, I can watch movies, I can do PS4, Wii U, you name it. So there you have it. There's my first YouTube video. And like I said, guys, I am going to try to do either like a pickup video a week or try to do like a review a month or something like that. I'm also wanting to do some playthroughs, nothing, not like a walkthrough, but just me playing some games, maybe with some buddies, and also like my top fives. Okay, I'm thinking about doing a top five video for the consoles that I own, the games that I own on that console. Um, so anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and sayonara.